Hi everyone, Rob Case here, paddling technique coach located in Northern California. Today I want to share a quick experiment I conducted to figure out which provides more propulsion, a straight hand or a cupped hand. First, we should reiterate that there are two forces involved in propulsive force, and it's the combination of them both that provide total propulsion. One force is called drag force propulsion, and the other is called lift force propulsion. This experiment focuses on drag force propulsion because drag force propulsion is highly correlated to surface area. Remember, in order for us to move forward, based on the third law of motion, we should apply force backward. Our paddling blade, which consists of our hand and our forearm together, should be vertical in order for us to apply force backward. Using a few helpers, I was able to measure my arm length from my elbow to my middle finger with a straight hand. Then we measured my arm length from my elbow to my middle finger with a cupped hand, making sure that the surface area measured is vertical. Finally, we measured my arm length from my elbow to my middle finger with a cupped hand and curved wrist, because when I see surfers using a cupped hand, most of them also break their wrist. The results were interesting. I'll use percentages since everyone's arm lengths are different. When I cup my hand, I lose 7% of my total paddling blade length and 22% of the length of my hand. Because we know the hand provides an average of 67% of the total propulsion in our paddling blade, according to several swim studies conducted. This translates to a reduction in total propulsion of 15% when using a cupped hand. When I cup my hand and break the wrist, which is what I see most often when someone purposefully cups the hand, I lose 18% of my total paddling blade length and 53% of the length of my hand. Again, because the hand provides an average of 67% of the total propulsion in our paddling blade, this translates to a reduction in total propulsion of 35% when using a cupped hand and broken wrist. Now these are significant reductions in propulsive force. Therefore, cupping the hand is not recommended, unless, of course, you don't want to paddle fast or efficient. Instead, paddle with a straight hand and wrist to maximize the surface length of your paddling blade. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Paddling Mythbusting. Looking forward to working with you at some point in the future. In the meantime, I'll see you in the water.